Okay.
This is Alan Lester Halcomb. My daughter Thursa's taking me out from a birthday dinner, and we're going to have a heyday. I'll take my cap off so you can see the whole thing. And I've already had a good time. My granddaughter Ashley called me and talked about 5 minutes, and we had a good laugh or two, and everything's going just fantastic. So
How old are you?
I'm 79 years old today at 9 o'clock p.m., 9:05 p.m. That's just the time I made up. And it was a day that I was born, there's a big thunderstorm went through. And today, as far as I can remember, I had a thunderstorm to go through this morning. That's the first thunderstorm ever I can remember being on my birthday. So I got a double whammy. And there's supposed to be some more come tonight, so I'm going to get all the thunderstorms I want in one day. So we're going over to Bowser's Barn in Union City, Indiana to have my birthday dinner. Then at 5 o'clock, they're going to bring pizza by and have a pizza supper. So I'm living high on the hog today. And no work. I haven't done any work today, and I don't intend to. I'm taking the day off. Kind of like a vacation thing. So, we'll talk later.
What was, when you were a kid, what did your mom or any of you kids do for birthdays?
We didn't do a thing. Mom would get a hold of us, get our attention, and tell us that it was their birthday, and that's all we got. No cake, no candy, no nothing. But she would tell each one of us that it was their birthday after when we got up, and that was it. And we didn't even get anything for Christmas, much less a birthday.
Did they do anything at school, like sing to you or?
Oh no,
like that?
No. It seemed like it didn't mean much back then. Of course, we were so poor, poor people couldn't put on a big show and do big things on birthdays. And that's okay. I'm making up for all those years that I didn't have anything. So I'm tickled with that. I'm glad to be 79 years old and still healthy. So I don't know.
What did you do yesterday?
Worked in the garden all day. Well, not all day, 4 hours. Finally got into doing some serious work, me and Ted. And in 4 hours, we cleaned the garden. Ted had a good idea. I had this wire fence up and bean vines and morning glory vines and weeds and grass growed up into that wire. Ted had the idea, so Dad said, just lay the wire, take the wire from the post and lay it down on the ground. We'll roll it up and we'll burn it, and that wire will be clean as a whistle. I thought that was the best idea in town. Of course, you're not supposed to burn stuff in town. And we'd roll that wire up and put a match to it, and in 3 minutes, there was not a weed, piece of grass, or nothing on that wire. It was groundhog clean. So, about half of that wire I'm going to take over to Thursa's house and put in her garden. Let it aggravate her for a while.
Gonna grow shucky beans.
Yeah. And, shucky beans, I've got a new way of doing it. You just you don't pick your beans, you just leave them on the vine. And then when they all get good and dry, you just take your sack out there and pick them right off into the sack downtown. You don't have to bother with them or nothing.
Okay, you have to be able to string. Like half runners, you have to pull off the string. So you're gonna have to try a new bean that don't have strings on it. I love shucky beans, but I don't like strings.
Well, those strings would be high protein, wouldn't they?
No. Fiber, no. I don't want that. I don't want that kind of fiber. No.
But I got to looking at the garden, and I'm going to cut it down. It's going to be pretty much like half the size that I used to grow, and the yard will be bigger, and I'll be able to mow all the way around the garden and keep it pretty. I'm taking the bushes out of the fence out by the street. There'll just be a wire fence there. There'll be no weeds, no grass. And we really cleaned the place up. Let's see, it must have been Monday and Tuesday. I worked in the front yard, got it looking good. Then we're back in the back, working with the garden and cleaning all that mess up. It doesn't look like a jungle anymore. And I've got a lot of painting to do, a lot of outside furniture to paint. And I have 2 gliders, metal gliders. I was aiming to give Teresa and Thursday one. I decided I'm going to paint them and keep them. Because they told me, the girls told me that they're worth a lot of money, and well, I better keep them.
If they were in perfect shape, they would be worth a lot of money.
They're in perfect shape.
You can have them set out under the shade tree and enjoy them.
I might sell one of them and take a good vacation.
It's not, yeah. It would be nice if it was worth that much.
It's
We'll have to see the progress of you. Get pictures of you before you have them all painted and cleaned up. And then after, when it's done, looking good.
yeah, that would have a real pretty picture and put that on this computer thing to sell them. People can see what they're looking at.
Yeah. You're not allowed to sell anything. Teresa and I get first bid.
Yeah.
We'll make you an offer that's fair.
Teresa told me I told her I was going to clean the garage out and sell everything. And she said, "You better not." To me, and Thursa's there. Said, "Thursa will beat you." I said, "I'll beat you up," and then said, "Thursa will finish you off."
That's right.
So we'll pick a pretty Saturday, and I'll advertise a rummage sale, and we'll throw everything out, and what the girls want they can take home. And I got some stuff for Tim, keep Ted a little piece or two, and I'm going to clean that garage out and have it looking like a garage again. So that's going to take, I'll probably have to start on a Friday and dig everything out. If I can't sell it, if it's wood, it'll make firewood, and if it's metal, it'll go to the junk pile. Scrap iron man.
There's a lot of hawks flying today. They're all hungry after that rain this morning and knowing that we're supposed to get severe thunderstorms tonight. Okay, turn the heat down, Lester.
Do what?
Turn the heater down. It's hot outside. Woo. What's the temperature right now?
Well, the temperature is, outside temperature is 56 degrees. And the sun is, it should be about 11:28.
11:24.
On missed it 4 minutes. Well, we got some clouds. That may have threw me off 4 minutes. I got a little room. I get a little age on me. I'll get better on that time thing. I'll either get better or I'll start carrying me a watch.
When are you going fishing?
Oh, I'm going to catch night crawlers tonight and get them. I got my worm bedding to get them in the barrel. Then it's going to rain 3 or 4 days. Probably about the 10th of April, I'll take my first fishing trip. I got to catch my bait, get it going. Then all the rain, I got to let the rivers go back down, clear up. And I know it's time to go river fishing when the buds on the lilac bushes open up and put out. Just when they start putting out a little bitty leaf, it's time to go fishing. And well, early spring fishing, that's when you catch all your big ones. And you might catch a little one, you might not, but early spring, that water's real cold, and little ones are kind of sleepy, but the big ones are hunting something to eat, and you can get the big hogs early on. And then later in the summer, the big ones get lazy, and the little ones are biting real hard. But I only keep one size fish. If they're over 10 inches, I turn them loose. And because I only have a 10-inch cast iron skillet to fry them in, so I can't use over a 10-inch fish. And it's
What's your favorite part of the fish to eat?
The tail. You fry the fish, you cut the tail off, it's by itself kind of, so as to lay down the skillet real good, and you put meal, you coat this fish in meal before you start frying it, and that tail will get a golden brown, and that's the best part of that fish, is the tail and the side fins. You cut the big fin off on top, and it's got one on its belly, it's got stickers on it. You cut that off, but you eat the tail.
And that's white cornmeal mix that he uses, is white cornmeal mix.
And I don't flay my fish. I just roll them in that meal and put meal on the inside, and they get a golden brown. It doesn't take long to fry them. And then you eat the skin. The skin is the best part. The tail, the skin, and then you eat the fish. Well, you think about it. You look, watch these bears in Alaska and places where they catch salmon and eat them. The first thing they want to do is pull the skin off and eat it. That's the best part. So I got right onto it. If the bears think it's the best part, then I got to trying it, and I found out that it's the best part too. And the fish eggs. Now you have to be real careful when you fry your fish eggs. They're delicious. You have to fry them slow and easy and keep a screen cover over the grease. They pop a lot. But boy, are those fish eggs good. And early spring, you get some nice big egg pods. And they fry up real good. Red eyes are the best. They're not too big, but just one bite. What eggs you get out of one red eye is just one big bite after they're fried. And smallmouth bass are really, really good. My favorite fish to eat, though, is a catfish. I think catfish is #1. And then smallmouth bass. Now, these bass you catch in farm ponds and things, they have a funny, bitter taste to it. They don't taste good. But your river fish, man, oh man, are they good. So, probably what I'll have to do this year is go fishing one day. Then, when I leave before I leave the river to go home, I field dress the fish, take them home, finish cleaning them, and soak them in salt water overnight. And then I'll have a fish fry the next day and rest up. Then I'm ready to go fishing every other day. One of my doctors told me one time.
Oh, pothole.
One of my doctors told me one time, telling him about that I like to fish, and he said, "You're probably one of those guys that catch and release." I said, "Yeah, for the most part." He said, "You start eating those fish." And he wasn't very happy that I was throwing all those good fish back in the creek. Okay, we're just about down to the restaurant. I'm going to have fried chicken, green beans, and mashed potatoes, a slice of bread, and an order of cottage cheese. I can't get enough cottage cheese. Put a lot of black pepper on it. So,
Do you like it whenever a restaurant tries to make it all pretty and they put a slice of pineapple on it?
no. I'm not much on that fancy, pretty looking stuff. Just bring me some food. I may waste $1 now and then, but boy, I don't waste one morsel of food. Because I can remember when I was little, we didn't have any food. One piece of cornbread and 4 ounces of milk twice a day, and that's all the food you got. And hey, that went on for a long time.
Well, you lived like that for a few years.
Yeah.
When you were
times got better, and I started eating and finally started growing. I never really started growing until I was about 14 years old. And then I just kind of took off from being a little old puny thing to I'm probably the smallest one out of 12 kids.
For the boys. Yep.
And girls. The girls are bigger than I am. They weigh more than I do. You don't go by how much they weigh. And with fish, you don't brag about how much a fish weighs. You brag about how long it is.
Railroad crossing. Shoot. Yeah, I got to get one of those mounts for the iPhone so that maybe it holds it steadier. I don't know.
Well, if you ever need a hard-to-find item at Montana Lumber,
yeah,
we'll have 2 of them.
Oh, okay. Union City, Indiana, the state line by Ohio on 32.
It's the best lumber yard and the best hardware store I was ever in. They have stuff that they probably got back in the 30s and 40s and just haven't sold it yet. So, and they're reasonable on their price. I don't care what you need around the house. They've got it. They don't have to order it. They've got it in stock. Okay, we're going to cut this camera off because I can smell that fried chicken from here.
Yeah, it's just around the corner. We're going to be turning in. I'll turn the camera. I have no idea if I can see it or not. Bowser's Barn.
They've got a horse and an Amish buggy and an old truck. And,
tight seating. Boy, is it delicious. This was his first choice today. He said his second choice was eating at the restaurant in downtown Albany, Indiana. That was second choice. Let's unplug the phone. So we'll see you whenever we get going here. Oh God. Turn this off. Here we go. Okay. Oh shoot. I heard a quarter fall out of my purse. I gotta find that quarter.
Oh my goodness.
75 cents. Shoot. Look, there's one more. Oh, get it. No, that was a nickel. 80 cents. Dang. It's a lot of money. Okay, here's your keys. I don't know how to turn that around now. We'll walk in and I'll turn it on. I know, I told you I wanted a,
Now that'd be pretty.
I want me a windmill hooked up. Okay.
Boy, it's supposed to work.
Thank you, Dad. Here we are. We're good. I'll turn it off when we sit down.